Hey everyone, welcome to English World. Today in this video we're gonna learn some idioms and phrases, but in last we will learn some tips and strategies what to follow to command English language as a native speaker that I have discussed many times in my all previous videos. Go and watch that video. And more important, watch the video up to the very end. Don't miss a single updates from my account English World. Very most important thing I'm sharing on my channel on my account. So don't miss any updates. And for that you have to follow my account. You can subscribe my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Instagram. Everything is all the link is given in description. So let's start now. So today we want to learn some idioms and phrases. Idioms and phrases. I have discussed many times that I learn everyday new vocabularies. Like if it is possible, 3 or 5 vocabularies per day. It is like a building blocks, and it will build your uh, great thing inside you, a great chance inside you in English language. Just learn 3, and if it is possible 5 vocabularies. And vocabularies means what? Like word meanings you can learn, and idioms, phrases, phrasal verbs, and so much thing is there to learn. The sound and cries, whatever you see around you, just learn from it. Learn the name of things around you. Whatever the thing that's around you, learn the name of everything, because it is very helpful. When you know the name of something or anything around you, you can easily explain it, because you need that, because you can do in your local language, in your native language. But this is not going to work in English language, because that is not our mother tongue, so that is not comfortable to us. But you have to make it comfortable by learning too much vocabularies. Thinking in English, I told you many times, thinking in English is the great change in learning English language. Why we all Indians are unable to speak like a native, unable to speak like a foreigner, yeah, British people, American, yeah, anyone, any foreigner or native speaker of language, like a language native speaker of English language, why we are unable to speak like them. But I'm not talking about all, some of them is doing better. But how? By thinking in English. Just remove the idea of translation. I have seen many students, and even me, include me, since my childhood, I'm translating things. I'm learning translation. Whenever it comes to learn English, the translation comes inside our brain, and we need to translate the things. We need to learn translation in spite of learning English language. You have to understand that this is a language. This is just a language, and you have to take it seriously, and don't use like a translation book, like a translation dictionary. Use only English to English dictionary. That is very helpful to you. But still you are learning English to Hindi, like, yeah, Hindi to English. Just you are spoiling your life. Just get out of that comfort zone. Just do something, take challenge. That means taking challenge means learning English to English dictionary, using it and practicing more and more. And I'm sure that you can do it easily. But what happens when we think in English? Here I'm gonna say it. Just here, see, whenever you have an opportunity to speak anywhere in English language, you have to solve that I have commanded English in a way that I'm very fluent. But if you're learning English through translation, that is just a waste of time. What happens when you have an opportunity to show like I know better, I am the best? What happens? You used to translate. Your mind works, your 70% mind works on translation. What happens? First, I know you have idea. Okay, you have idea, you have knowledge about every field that you wanna share. But what happens? First, your mind works like a machine to translate those Hindi ideas in English language, and then it comes out of your mouth, but not fluently. It is not flowing out of your mouth like a water smoothly. It is not flowing smoothly like a water. Why? This is happening due to translation habit. Remove this translation habit and learn English like a native speaker. Think in English. Here, I'm gonna share two examples. Here, see. Just suppose I'm your guest. First time I visited your home, and now this time the food is not prepared. Okay, this happens in case of thinking in English. What happens when we think in English? I visited your home first time accidentally. The food is not prepared. Now your mom and your sister is preparing food for me. So it will take time. Now you will arrange and you will prepare, cook, and there's a lot more process. It will take like 1 year, 2 hour, may take 2 hour. Okay, then you will serve to me. It will take lot more time. In other case, just think in other case, the other time I visited your home, and this time the food is already cooked, already prepared. So you just take no time in serving to me. You can serve me food just in a couple of seconds, a minute. How this is possible? Because the food is already prepared and you don't have to arrange the every materials stuffs and then cook it, then you will serve to me, because you works like a machine, like the cooked food and the raw material that you use to cook the food. You work like a robot in cooking the foods. So what happens? First case, when I visited your home, the food was not prepared, and the second time when I visited your home, the food is already cooked, the food is already prepared, and it will take very less time. So in the second case, it happens with everyone. When you think in English all the time, whatever the thing that is happening around you, you are translating, working. It starts from a small sentence. I know you are not better and good at English. Start from a small fraction of sentence. Do it daily. Translate everything around you. You can do it. And just I told you the first example. First time when I visited accidentally your home and the food is not prepared, it will take a lot more time to serve me. This is the case of translation. And the second case, when I visited your home, the food was already prepared and just you serve me in a couple of seconds or minutes, and it taken no time to serve me. And this is the case, and this second case happens with you when you think in English, you think in any language. I'm not talking about personal English language, my dear. You can imagine. Okay, you can imagine. So when you think in English all the time, yeah, we need to think whenever we are learning anything by translation or anything. We need to think because mind works all the time. You don't know, but mind works all the time on different thing, on different issues, on different problems that is happening in your life. Just switch all the activities and think in English. Only switch every activities in English. You can do it. Just in 6 months, it is possible. You can do it. but you have to switch every activities in English. So I told you what happens when you think in English. It is like a prepared food for you, and it will take a couple of seconds to serve the guest. To serve the guest means what? To serve the guest means you will take no time. You will never stuck on the stage while speaking, while using, because your mind is not working in translation like a robot, like a machine. Okay, everything coming out of your mouth like a native speaker. They are not learning English by translation. Just think according to a native, how they, just tell me one thing, how we commanded Hindi language. When a child borns, they don't know anything, they don't know any language, but how they command their native language fastly. When they become 3 4 years old, they just start to communicate, they started to learn English. Yeah, any native language I'm talking about. If you are Indians, so when you will be like 4 or 5 years older, you can learn and you can speak better. They can speak better by how? By listening. They are not using Hindi translation. They are listening, and I told you many times, listen. Only English lectures, and do more things with that. I told you everything. Just practice, work hard consistently, and think in English all the time. And switch all the activities in English language, whatever you are doing in Hindi. You will see a great change, a drastic change inside you. Now let's discuss some idioms and phrases, and that will also help you to command English, and it will boost you to speak like a better. So here we are learning idioms and phrases. First one is an all flam. An all flam. An all flam. When we use an all flam, a person with whom one had a romantic relationship in the past. That is known as an old flam. An old flam. You can say anyone, an old flam. This is an example, an old flam. What does it mean? It means a person with whom one had a romantic relationship in the past. So that is an old flam, an old flam. What is does it mean? What is the meaning of an old flam? When you can use idiom and old flam, idiom and phrases. An old flam means a person with whom one had a romantic relationship in the past. Romantic relationship in the past. Just listen carefully. An old flam means a person with whom one had, okay, not this time, not currently, one had a romantic relationship in the past. That is known as an old flam. An old flam. He is an old flam. She is an old flam. The person with whom, the person, I am the person with whom one had a romantic relationship. Just, I had a romantic relationship with my girlfriend. So she is an all flam for me, because a person with whom one had a romantic relationship in the past. I had a romantic relationship in the past with her, with my GF. So it is like that. I told you, an all flam means a person with whom one had a romantic relationship in the past. And next one, eight one's fingers tips. Eight one's fingers tip. Eight one's fingers tips. What does it mean here? It means to have complete knowledge about something. Eight one's fingers tip. This is for 8 one's finger step. Like this is for me like 8 one's finger step. That means to have complete knowledge about something, to have complete knowledge about any field, about any subject in any field. Like so, what is to mean? What is the meaning of this idiom and phrases? Can I tell you? Second, what is that? 8 one's finger steps. And first I told you an all flame. What it means and on all flame and all flame. A person with whom one had a romantic relationship in the past. Second, 8 one's finger step. To have complete knowledge. Just it means like that. To have complete knowledge about anything, about subject, any subject, about any field. And third one, 8 and 11th hour. 8 and 11th hour, that means in the last moment. At the 11th hour, that means at the last moment. Just at the last moment. At the 11th hour. At the 11th hour, that means at the 11th hour, that means at the last moment. Fourth most important idioms is that here, be born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. Be born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. What is the meaning of this one? So if you know the meaning of these idioms, comment down below and I will see who is right. So fourth idiom is here. Be born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. Be born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. That means to be born in a rich family. To be born in a rich family. You can understand the meaning of this idiom by its by operation of this sentence, by understanding its meaning is hidden in its idiom. Its word like be born with, be born like be born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. Be born with a silver spoon. You can understand. Be born with a silver spoon. You know, silver spoon. Be born, but with a silver spoon in one's mouth. That means to be born in a rich family. The kid, the child, like the rich kid, the rich kid, like to be born in a rich family. It is like that. So be born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. Be born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. That means to be born in a rich family. I'm not a rich kid, so I'm not rich kid. So I'm not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I am not. I'm not like that. So if you are a rich kid, if you have born in a rich family, so one can say like be born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. This is the luckiest thing that happens with everyone, like the child of Ambani's family. So like that, they have born in a rich family. So it is like that. Be born with a silver spoon. Be born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. That means to be born in a rich family. In a rich family. And next one here, see, be be in the driving seat. Be in the driving seat. What does it mean? Be in the driving seat means bearing all the responsibilities. Being all the responsibilities like bearing. Okay. Be in the driving seat, that means you have born with lot of responsibilities. You have a lot of responsibilities because you have born, okay, you have born in a driving seat. You are in a driving seat. Be in the driving seat, that means bearing all responsibilities. Be in the driving seat. So if you are in the driving seat, that means bearing all the responsibilities, and you have born with a lot more responsibilities. So anyone just can say you like be in the driving seat. Be in the driving seat. That means take all the responsibilities that is related to you. So like that. And the next one here, see, to talk in a roundabout manner. What does it mean? To beat about the bush. To beat about the bush. The I told you the fourth and fifth, sixth. I think this is the sixth number. To beat about the bush. To beat about the bush. What is mean here? Its meaning is to talk in a roundabout manner. To talk in a roundabout manner, like circumlocution. Circumlocution is related to beat about the bush, and to talk in a roundabout manner. To talk in a roundabout manner, to beat the bush. To beat the bush, that means to talk in a roundabout manner. Yes, circumlocution, you can say. Circumlocution. So, what is that? To beat about the bush. To beat about the bush. You can use this idiom in your conversation whenever you want to say like you are talkative, you are too talkative, like that, you are circumlocution. Okay, to talk in a roundabout manner, no, it's something different, but just I related that vocabularies to that one, like circumlocution. Talkative and circumlocution is something different. I will discuss in the next video. Talkative means you are talking too much. Talking too much. The person who is talking too much, you can say they are talkative. But here, circumlocution is something different. Here they are talking in a roundabout manner. To talk in a roundabout manner and circumlocution. What is the idiom? To beat about the bush. And the seventh idiom is bed of roses, and eighth one is bed of thorns. Both the idioms are related to each other. That means its meaning is directly opposite to each other, like bed of roses and bed of thorns. Bed of roses. I have a bed of roses. Like my life is a bed of roses, you can say. My life is a bed of roses, like Ambani's life is a bed of roses. That means pleasant situation of comfort. Pleasant situation of comfort. Bed of roses, like its meaning is pleasant situation of comfort. Pleasant situation of comfort. If you have a bed of roses, if your life is like a bed of roses, that means it is similar to pleasant situation of comfort. That means you are living a luxurious life. Next one is bed of thorns, a situation of extreme difficulty. I told you both are related to each other, but its meaning is different, directly opposite from bed of roses. Okay, so I told you the first one, and that one is the seventh number, like bed of roses. Bed of roses, pleasant situation of comfort, living a luxurious life, having a luxurious life. And next one, bed of thorns, a situation of extreme difficulty. Your life is full of difficulty and pain, anxiety, all these things. So, bed of thorns and bed of roses, you can relate its meaning. Bed of roses, a pleasant situation of comfort, and bed of thorns, a situation of extreme difficulty. Next one is ninth number, that is beggar description. Beggar description, and its meaning is a person with no resources. A person with no resources. Beggar description. Beggar description. A person who have no resources. A person with no resources, you can easily say beggar description. Beggar description. A person with no resources. Okay, I told you the last one, that is 10th one, that is big gun. What do you understand by the big gun? You are a big gun. You have a big gun in your family. An influential person. An influential person is known as big gun. An influential person in your family is known as a big gun. You have a big gun. That doesn't mean you have a bigger gun. That means something your family and the family member in is very influential. Your family member is very influential. That means you have a big gun. You have a big gun means your family member is very influential. First I told you what, that was like bed of roses. Situation, pleasant situation of comfort, living a luxurious life. Bed of thorns, a situation of extreme difficulty. That means the life is full of pain, anxiety, difficulty, full of these things. And then I told you beggar description, a person with no resources. And last one I told you the 10th one, that is big gun. Big gun, an influential person. That's all. I told you so many things in this video, and see you soon. Bye.